1. Testing, 2. Good morning. Basically, I just wanted to make a quick video and explain some barbershop talk. The other day, there was a young man. He asked me, I don't know, out of the blue, what is a regular day for me? And I started laughing. And he's like, what's wrong? I said, basically, the regular day for me, a lot of people can't equate to it, and they can't, elevate to a level where they want to, do something similar. For example, I set my alarm sometimes at 2:59 a.m. That's like before 3 o'clock in the morning, basically. So what I also do is, a lot of times I don't even wake up when the alarm goes off because I'm already up. So technically, some mornings I'm up at 2:30. And normally what I do at that time is brainstorm a lot of things that I think will give me opportunity to be successful. Not only in life, but, just in a spiritual sense, because my ultimate goal is to please God, which, somewhere I read in the scriptures where, we truly, our best deeds are like filthy rags or something of that sort. And I'll pull a scripture out of my head later, because a lot of times I feel like some of the scriptures are digitized in my brain. But right now, I just want to touch base on the fact that, some people are not going to get up that early and brainstorm. So one of the other things that he and I talked about, and there was other people there to give feedback, was he felt the school system didn't teach him anything. And I told him, I said, wow. I said, technically, you could get on like social media, not for chitty-chatting with your friends and bullshitting and worrying about some chick that dumped you, or, somebody that you didn't have a successful relationship with or friendship with or whatever. Don't worry about social media on that level. I use a lot of YouTube. YouTube is a bunch of people who, through trial and error, through experience, have overcome and found success in demonstrating some of the things they know how to do. It could be, putting in a car battery. It could be, changing a tire. It could be, I didn't learn enough math in school, so let me get on YouTube and learn some math. They didn't teach me how to speak in a proper etiquette in school, or they didn't teach me a certain vocabulary, or they didn't teach me punctuations. The things I'm trying to get at is, whatever you didn't learn in school, don't use that as an excuse to be lazy and say, well, I can't do this because I was never taught anything. We live in an era right now where you could teach yourself anything. All you got to do is Google the information, YouTube the information. As long as you're looking for positive information, being on the internet is not a problem. But when you using the internet to cuss out a girl or cuss out a guy, or, waste hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of your damn life over people who they not going nowhere in life. They trying to go somewhere, but they not going to go anywhere because they don't see the big picture. And the big picture is social media, where you jibber jabbing and going back and forth, finger fighting with people, texting people, fighting with them over the internet. That's ludicrous. It's garbage. It's a waste of life. It's a waste of time. It's not productive. You're not going anywhere with that. That is like dead time. You can lose $1 million and turn around and get it back. You cannot get time back. You cannot get yesterday back. It doesn't work that way. You cannot. So if you're wasting time, you're wasting your life. So focus, do whatever you can to maximize time. You know, dream up something, write it down, put it into fruition, make it a serious plan. Don't give up. You know, just get your mind totally focused on whatever it's going to take to get you to the next level, step by step, like baby steps. When you're a baby, you take little baby steps, and then later on, you start walking a little faster, you know, more structured. Then all of a sudden, you can run. I mean, there's a lot of things out here that people can do and give up on, you know, their dreams. You know, they take them to the grave. You know, one of my guys that I listen to a lot, Les Brown, said basically someone probably told him that the richest place on the planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the dreams die at. You know, they die with you. You take them to your grave. All your $1 million dreams and aspirations and things that could take you to the next level to better take care of yourself, your family, and so on and so on. You know, you take them to the grave because time runs out and you never fulfill your dream. The bottom line is, you know, who am I basically to tell anybody anything? You know, I'm a guy who's Army vet, you know, did a lot of prison time, but yet I still feel like with the little bit of time that I had once I got out, you know, I was very successful. You know, I worked 3 jobs, you know, got to the point where I ended up being an entrepreneur, owning my own business, working my own business. And it was very satisfactory because, you know, it was being a barber. And having my own barbershop was, wow. I mean, it was, to me, one of the best things that I felt that ever happened to me. Not because I was making a decent living, because sometimes you don't, you know. I went through a pandemic, you know, not too long ago where I had to shut things down and didn't make a dime. But I was still in a position where I knew that one day I would be able to open up those doors and do what I really love to do, and that's talk to people. You know, if somebody say, well, you went to the grave and never fulfilled your real dreams, I'm like, well, you don't know what my dreams are, because my true dreams are to just communicate and talk to people, you know, and feel like I was a difference in their lives. Because I know that I lost a lot of time sitting down for 17 years. I mean, come on. When you look at the situation that I was in, you know, I still was like a happy type person, because, you know, the whole time I was incarcerated, pretty much, you know, I cut hair, talked to people, inspired people. A lot of my friends got out and became very successful, and they always would write back or have a family member say, hey, you know, whatever you said or whatever you did, this is a totally different person that I used to know, and this person is very successful. This person is taking care of his family. This person is taking good care of himself, you know, health-wise, whatever. I mean, you got to understand life is hard. It's not easy, and you really got to put your best effort forward. And then that is what I consider success, when you achieve those things, you know, the things that you love, the things that you like, the things that, you know, motivate you and others. I mean, that's a successful life to me. You know, some people want to be rich, you know, but they want to be rich for the wrong reasons. If you want to be rich and you want to help people, then achieve that, because that's a major thing. It's very, very, you know, inspirational when somebody know that they can look back at their life and say, wow, this guy helped change me. You know, this guy helped motivate me. This guy helped me see that there was something great in me. All right, I'm out.